Hello, everyone. After learning and understanding the signal configuration and communication principles of industrial robots, we know how robots exchange information with external devices to complete production and meet the requirements of production processes. In this lesson, we will further study the modes and types of automatic operation in robots. What is automatic operation? How many modes of automatic operation are there? What are the differences between them? The content of this lesson, automatic operation mode and type of robot, can answer these questions. This lesson will be explained in 5 main parts. 1. The concept of automatic operation. 2. Remote automatic operation. 3. RSR startup. 4. PNS startup. 5. Definition and configuration methods of system signals. Let's first learn about the concept of automatic operation. Automatic operation refers to starting a program through peripheral device I/O without the need for operating the teach pin. Depending on the number of programs that need to be executed, automatic operation can be divided into local and remote automatic operations. Local automatic operation requires fewer I/O signals and can only run one program. It is suitable when the robot's actions are simple and it has few connections with peripheral devices. Remote start allows the selection of different startup programs. One characteristic of using local automatic operation is that it can only start one main program, but multiple subroutines can be called within the main program. By judging the status of other I/O signals, different subroutines can also be called. However, its startup requires manually pressing the cycle start button, which is not very conducive to overall control. Next, we will learn about remote automatic operation. The FANUC robot system provides 2 types of remote start methods, RSR and PNS. The commonality between the two is that the program name must be 7 digits long, and both can be controlled through external I/O when the system input UI signal is valid. The difference lies in the startup signal, the number of program selections, and how new startup signals are handled during program execution. Let's continue to learn about RSR startup. The RSR startup method is the simplest form of remote start. Its main feature is based on bound signal operation, and the program name usually consists of RSR followed by a 4-digit program sequence number. Since it is bound to I/O, and the input signal UI provides up to UI 9 to UI 16, these 8 I/O ports respond to the robot startup request signals, so at most only 8 startup programs can be selected. When the robot is already running one program and receives a new startup request signal, or even multiple startup request signals simultaneously, it will execute them in order according to their priority. Let's continue to learn about PNS startup. PNS is a mode of operation that runs after a selection is confirmed. Like RSR, its program name must consist of 3 letters followed by a 4-digit program number. However, PNS uses a binary algorithm with 8 input signals providing 256 combinations, but all zeros cannot be used, leaving only 255 programs available for selection. How to set the base number of the program in the system is also a requirement in the FANUC robot programmer exam. During program execution, it will not respond to any new program start requests, which is different from RSR. Now, let's delve into the definition and configuration of system signals. System signals are signals sent by the robot to and received from remote controllers or peripheral devices, enabling the following functions. 1. Selecting programs. 2. Starting and stopping programs. 3. Recovering the system from an alarm state. 4. Others. Input signal UI 1. Acts as an emergency stop signal. When the robot is running normally, this signal should be on. If the signal status is off, the robot cannot operate. Output signal UO 1. Commands the enable signal output. System signals are the signals sent by and received from external control devices, enabling the operation of robot programs. The required startup of the robot can use external control devices such as PLCs to select and execute through signal input and output. Before selecting and executing programs via external devices, system signals need to be configured. Signal configuration establishes the relationship between the robot's software ports and communication devices. The key operations are as follows: menu, I/O, signals, UOP, system. Press F3 in/out to switch to UI screen. Press F2 config, allocate, and press F3 in/out, input/output, to switch between input/output. Press F4 delete to remove the allocation of the item where the cursor is located. For system input signals, set the rack to 48, slot to 1, and start point to 1. For system output signals, set the rack to 48, slot to 1, and start point to 1. For digital input signals, set the rack to 48, slot to 1, and start point to points after 19. For digital output signals, set the rack to 48, slot to 1, and start point to points after 21. Through this lesson, we have mastered the concept of robot automatic operation, the two methods of remote automatic operation, and the method of configuring system signals. I hope you can apply this knowledge in practical operations to improve your production efficiency. Lastly, please complete the following exercises. See you in the next lesson.